In the quiet town of Omunze, where red earth stained the feet of farmers, and faith ran deeper than the rivers, there lived a young woman named Ebere. She was the wife of Pastor Chukuma, the Reverend General Overseer of Mountain of Divine Revival Fire Ministries. People came from towns away to hear his thunderous voice and witness miracles, the lame walking, the blind seeing, and barren women convincing. Ebere, kind and soft spoken, married Pastor Chukuma in what the town called a divine union. But behind the pulpit and power, there was a secret no one knew about. At 3 months pregnant, Ebere's belly began to grow faster than normal. By the seventh month, she could barely walk, yet the baby didn't kick. Her labor began one evening, contractions, pain, groaning, but no birth came. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. Her screams became part of the house foundation, muffled behind locked doors. Pastor Chukuma stopped letting visitors into their home. He told the church Ebere had traveled abroad for special care. In truth, he had tied her down, spiritually and physically, locking her in the upper room of their mansion, feeding her herbal concoctions and praying strange prayers over her bloated belly. God is still working on her, he would whisper. Anytime she asked to go to another church for deliverance, he thundered, Am I not the mouthpiece of God? What can others do that I cannot? But after a full year, the baby never came, and Ebere remained in labor, eternally pregnant, eternally in pain. Whispers began to spread. Some said she had died, others said she had gone mad. Then, after 2 years, when she was nothing but a shadow of herself, Ebere managed to escape. A kind old neighbor had heard her cries and helped her flee at night. She went from church to church, house of fire, deliverance assembly, God's battle axe ministries, but none could help her. Finally, she arrived at a small mountain church, led by a blind prophetess named Mama Agatha. The old woman laid a trembling hand on Ebere's belly and screamed, This is not a child, this is a covenant. The deliverance that followed shook the town. Snakes writhed out of her belly spiritually. Chains broke, and at the end, Ebere collapsed, truly empty for the first time in years. That same night, miles away, Pastor Chukuma began to scream during his church vigil. His tongue twisted, his body shook, and in front of his full congregation, he confessed, I locked her womb to tie her destiny to mine. I needed her pain to rise in ministry. The power was not from God. It was the serpent from the shrine of Ekeoba that gave me the key. Then he coughed out blood, thick and black like oil, and began to laugh hysterically. His eyes rolled, and his fine suit tore as he dropped to the ground, crawling like a beast. Madness overtook him. The once honored general overseer was found days later in the forest, naked, muttering Bible verses backward. Ebere, she was restored. She found peace in a quiet village and now helps women to suffer in silence, telling her story with boldness. And the church? It closed down, the building swallowed by weeds, a warning to all who dare use the altar for darkness.